Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So, oh my goodness, I've got to that point where, these are Christmas presents that I've done for people. And I've not got them sealed and I've not done my putting together video, so I'd better get them sealed. They're all clocks. They all came from paintsomeway.com, and there are some fantastic Black Friday offers on at paintsomeway.com if you want to go and check them out at the moment. So I thought I'd better crack on and get these sealed first, and then I can start putting them together. Oh my goodness. You know, when you do something and you think, oh yeah, I've got loads of time, and then you suddenly find that one of your relatives is coming to see you early, and you won't see them again till after Christmas, and you suddenly think, I've got to get these done because the Christmas presents. Oh no. So I'm just gradually putting all these bits together. That's the clock because that's got that one in it, right? I was thinking there was an extra bit to that. I've got them all muddled up. So I think they're all fairly generic anyway, apart from that one that is different. These are all on stands, but I'm going to put the little backing on them as well, so that they can actually hang on the wall rather than being stood up if the person that gets it doesn't want it to be stood in a stand. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think there's a big square stand somewhere, 5 stands. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clocks, so that's a good start. We've got all the stands. 2 of them are exactly the same, because I wanted one for us and one for a family member. Now then, I might actually give these to family members, but they've come out wonderfully. I love them. These are the acrylic clocks. I think I've taken the backing off all of them, but if we find one that hasn't, we'll take the backing off as we go along. But yeah, because they're clocks, because this is like a baking one, so it's going to be a kitchen clock. I presume it'll go in the kitchen. You never know, they can go anywhere. Happiness is homemade. I think that's lovely, and it's got hot pink hearts on this one. This is why I was going to keep one of these, but I might not now. I know our kitchen clock's looking very sad and tired, but I think I might put the birds in the kitchen, you know. Anyway, I'll decide that once I've got them built. But I do need to seal them first, because obviously they're going to be in quite a steamy environment, kitchens, and a little bit greasy. So if it's sealed completely, then yeah, it will be a lot better. The sticky only is where the gems were, which is brilliant on these. You know, that takes quite a bit of doing, I would think. I presume they've got a machine that does it, I don't know, but quite a few special drill projects that you get, the sticky is completely over the whole thing, and then you have to keep it all covered until you do seal it. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to pick up all the dust and fluff and everything. But these have been really good to do. So I've got 2 kitchen ones, 2 baking ones. Just put that out of the way a minute. I've got the owl, which I absolutely love. I think I'm going to keep this one because I love this. May all your dreams come true. And this one is just a little bit different to the others. Oh, I suppose you could hang it on the wall, to be fair. Might do, might not. We'll see. Okay, so that's that one. Then the coffee one, which I think is lovely. All the different coffee pots and everything. Again, great for a kitchen. Coffee and friends are the perfect blend, that one says. Plenty of gems, didn't run out of any, plenty left over. Yeah, I've definitely taken all the covers off these. I must have been intending to do something, and then I've just not got around to it, which, this year has just gone so fast. Oh, this one has still got the cover on it, so we can take the cover off this one. Let's see if we can get it without breaking any more nails, Liz. I've broken about 4 nails this morning, moving things around and sorting things out and being in a blind panic. Let me grab my tweezers. Hot pink tweezers. Hot pink glittery tweezers. Yeah, even if they look as though they haven't got a cover on them, you can tell because the feeling of the acrylic without the cover is very smooth and a little bit cold, whereas it's a little bit warmer feeling and a little bit rougher when it's got the cover on. So yeah, just peel the backing off that one. Oh, I do love peeling the backing off. Yay! And then that's the stand for that one, because that's a little bit smaller and that's a big square one. But yeah, just so pretty, that one. Oh, and then this one is a slightly different one. This is a hanging one, and it has like the robin that hangs underneath. Oh, that one needs the cover taking off as well. So I might as well do this now while I think about it. I suppose really I ought to leave them on while I'm putting the sealer on, but I think we'll be okay. Right, just grab that one. Yeah, I particularly liked this one because it is all British birds. So we've got the blue tits and the great tits with the black stripe down. We've got the little wren. We've got a finch there. I think it might be a goldfinch. Another great kingfisher, not quite to scale on the sizes, and then your two robins, and then we're going to have a little robin dangling underneath as well on a chain. So yeah, I just thought these were really, really pretty, and I did think about having this one in my kitchen, and then I'm thinking I might have the baking one. No, I think this one's going to go in my kitchen. I'll see what it looks like. I'll have to try them there and see what we look like. Okay, so that's that one as well. Right, and I'll take the backing off those in a second. There's backing, I'll show you one. There's backing on both sides, because I have to admit, when I first got these, I didn't realise there was backing on them, that there was these dust and cover sheets. And I just had everything up that just looked a little bit opaque and a little bit sort of dull. And then I saw, I think it was somebody, I can't remember which creator it was now, saw them taking the backing off, and I thought, oh yeah, it's easy once you know how, but if nobody tells you these things you don't know. So that's one side, and then let's get the other side. Some of them only have it on one side, but most do have it on both. So you do get used to the feel of them as well. You know, the backing. So yeah, look at that, look at the difference now between a nice clear one, so they're not real obtrusive in your room, or one that's can just, yeah, you can see that there, or one that's got the covers on. So yeah, right, let's get the sealer out. Yeah, so I've got my Craft Buddy Crystal Art sealer, and yeah, it's okay. I've had to, because I'm really messy and I really ought to clean the tops of my tubs before I put the lid back on, but I always forget. You can put a little bit of cling film or saran wrap around it if you need to, but yeah, I'm really messy. So yeah, if you just run them under the hot tap, then they do come unsealed. So yeah, just a little tip there. Again, that's something somebody else told me. Right, so I've got two different brushes. This is one, it's actually a rare earth one, and it's a bristle brush. I tend to, because these tend to be water-based, your sealers, I tend to just use water, sometimes a little bit of soapy water, just to get the sealer out of them. But that brush has been used before, and as you can see, it's still nice and soft. And then because we're doing some little bits, I've just got a smaller brush as well, and that's an old Craft Buddy one that I've got there. So let's get started on these. I really ought to have found somewhere to put them, and I ought to have my messy mat as well. So just a second. What I'm going to do, because I can't find my messy mat and I've got Millie on my feet, is just do it onto top of this box. This will probably be easier. So this is going to be a first part of the video, and then I'll add it on to the second part, building the clocks, once I've got this bit done. Okay, so let's go in and let's get started. So you can put quite a bit on your brush. As I say, I do tend to wipe it off on the sides, which is why it gets a bit sticky. But then you can just go over your gems and just give it a little bit of a wipe over. Now you can go with a wet wipe or a baby wipe, and just take off the excess if you want to. It's not something I particularly do. Actually, I'm going to go in with the smaller brush, I think, on this. See how we go. And just try and not put too much where there isn't any gems. What you're trying to do is actually go around and put the sealer in between the gems. Okay, what you don't want to do is pick up the gems. So it's sometimes better to just put a roller over the top of them, or just press them down, put the cover sheet back over them and just press them down, so that the gems all go down flat, because you don't want them moving. Okay, and yeah, just give them a good wipe over. As is always said, it's like grouting tiles. You don't particularly want it on the top of the gems, you want it in between the gems, so that it locks everything in place, so that the gems are all sticking onto each other and staying on your canvas rather than coming off. Yeah, this is a lot easier with the smaller brush. It will take longer, so I've probably picked the wrong one to actually start with. I might get fed up of doing it later. No, I don't mind actually. I don't mind sealing. It's such a long time since I've done it though, so make sure you're fully covering everything. I do prefer the sealers that are white, because then you do get to see where you have actually been. If you get the ones that are clear, with my eyesight and the way that I am and the way that I've got a memory like a sieve, I can tend to find that I forget which bit I've done and which bit I haven't. So I do prefer to do the ones that are a little bit, use the ones, sorry, that are a little bit whiter, and just go over. So yeah, see, they do recommend that you do wipe off the excess. I've never needed to be fair. I try not to put too much excess on anyway. Right, so that's one flower done. Heck, this is going to take a while. I hope you've got a cup of coffee. Lily has now moved from her bed and is on my feet, as I said. So yeah, and it does dry completely clear. It doesn't dull the sparkle, because it is sparkle. It's like a varnish, but it's like a clear water-based glue, to be honest. If you can hear a little bit of chinking, that's my blinds on my window. It's a little bit windy, and it's a little bit chilly, but I just feel as though we've had the heating on a lot recently, because it has been cold. We have had a little bit of snow. It came for, well, I got up at midnight to let Millie out to go and do what dogs do. And she came back in and it was snowing. And then we got up in the morning and it had all gone. And then on Monday, we did get some snow. And it stayed for more or less the day, but it's now completely all gone. So as you can see, these are drying already. So we'll just go around. Actually, let's go around the other way, because I usually do go clockwise. Let's do the middle of the clock. Do the clock face. Yeah, so we have had a little bit of snow, but not enough to build a snow Scotty, sadly. I was saying to the girls that come to look after Paul, hubby Paul, yeah, that we've not had any snow since I said I'm going to build a snow Scotty. We've had snow, but not enough to actually go out and do anything in or build anything. So we are very close to a major river, and I think that sort of protects us, but also stops us from getting snow, which is very sad, because I want some snow. I know all you people that get lots and lots of snow are probably sick of it and it's horrid and you don't want it. Or, well, you don't want it if you're having to go to work and go out in it. It's nice to look out the window and go out and play in if you're that way inclined. But if you've got to get places and it's stopping you and blocking roads, it's not very good, I know. But yeah, I'm just a big kid. I like to go out and play in it. Yeah, and Millie loves it. Oh my goodness, it must be a Scottish roots. With her being a Scottish terrier, she loves, absolutely loves the snow. And she goes out and goes charging about in it and jumping and rolling, and oh my goodness, you just can't keep her in. So yeah, she was a little bit miffed that the snow had all gone when she got up on the morning. But she did go out and play in it on the time that it snowed. I'm just going to put a little bit over these stars just to try and keep them a little bit in place. Okay, it is a little bit trial and error with sealing. And it depends how heavy-handed you are as well. I am quite heavy-handed, I have to say. So, you know, you might be a bit more delicate or a bit more accurate with your painting. As you can see, I shall never make a painter. But I can get the job done, which is all that matters. All right, just get that one there. Just sort of seals them down and stops them moving more than anything. You don't want, after you've spent all that time doing a project, you don't then want somebody picking it up and the gems either coming off or children picking. Sorry about that. That was hubby just giving me a call from his dialysis. Yeah, I've sent him with some stew today. So we were torturing the dog yesterday. I did a slow cooker full of stew. It's great. I'm trying to clear my freezer out a little bit before Christmas so that I can get all my lovely Christmassy food in. It probably will just be me and hubby, but we do like to have something a bit different, a bit special for Christmas dinner. So I'm, as I say, clearing the freezer out, trying to get as much of the older stuff done as possible. And I had some minced meat in there and, you know, some older vegetables, frozen vegetables and things, and other bits that I've frozen that have been leftovers. So I've just put them all in a great big slow cooker and made a great big stew, and it's really tasty. So I've sent him with some of that. We had it for our evening meal last night, our tea last night, and then he's going, well, he's taking like, we've got this like flask, but it's a food flask. So it's a round sort of squat, about sort of that deep and about that round. And he's taking some food, some stew in that, because I thought it would be nice to have something rather than sandwiches, because he has a lot of sandwiches. So he's taken that with him today. And that'll be a nice filling little meal for him. But he just rung me to say can't get the lid off, which I have to say it is my fault, because I did put the lid on very, very tight. But I'm sure somebody there will help him with it. Yeah, it does tend to have a little bit of dexterity problems. But as soon as somebody help him with it and take the lid off, then it come loose in his bag, or he takes it off and, you know, well, I don't think he'd hurt himself because it's a slow cooker, so things aren't that hot. Not by the time he's going to eat it anyway. But yeah, I just don't want him spilling it on himself, shall we say. So yeah, just ask one of the nurses, they'll help you. So hopefully he will. Sometimes he'll speak to people, sometimes he won't, you never know. Depends which hubby we're going to get on certain days as to what reactions like. But no, I'm sure because he likes the stew, he'll really get somebody to do it for him. So yeah. Right, let's get this done. I don't think I'll do all 5 on camera. We'll see how we get on. I don't want to bore you to death. And I've got quite a few unboxings to do as well. I've got some brand new products. Yay, it's going to be a busy day today. So it's quite nice, hubby. Well, it's not nice for hubby going to dialysis, although he has made some good friends, and he does, you know, enjoy sort of like seeing the people that he sees all the time and having a bit of a chit chat and everything. But yeah, it just gives me a little bit of time to do things for myself as well, which usually involves crafting, or doing something like this, coming on and doing YouTube videos. Because yeah, he's not really safe to be left at the moment again. So I tend to just sit and diamond paint when he's in the house with me. So I've got quite a few Christmas things done. So I've got a few completion reviews to show you. I've nearly got all my old ones done, which is good because we need to get the old ones done as well as all the newbies coming through. All that new stuff that I'm getting. It's amazing. I love it. And as I'm doing them, I'm putting them up. I've had somebody else, I'm trying to think who it was that said to me they've got all their Christmas decorations up already. So yay, it's not just me. I think everybody's just had such a not a very good year. Well, not everybody, but you know, with like prices going up and things going on, and I'm trying not to watch the news at the moment because it's very much doom and gloom. I know we need to know what's going on in the world, but sometimes it does just get very, very depressing. And sometimes you just want a little bit of good news. So, yeah. Put the Christmas decorations up and think of Christmas. Apologies if you don't celebrate Christmas and, you know, it's not your thing. But, yeah, I love Christmas. I've always loved Christmas. It's always been our time of year. We don't really celebrate New Year because when I used to work in shops and hubby was working in shops, what we used to do, although both of us have worked Christmas Day, when the shops have opened Christmas Day, we used to pick up the kids on Christmas Eve, Christmas night Eve, and we used to have our Christmas Day on Boxing Day. And then because we'd had like Boxing Day off and had the children, then we used to then work New Year's. So, you know, if people wanted to have New Year's off, they could do that. So, yeah, that's what we tended to do. So we've never really celebrated New Year's as such. And I gave up making New Year's resolutions a long time ago. It's just not my thing. I think if I'm going to change anything, just do it now. And as for losing weight, which always used to be the big eat, nah, that's never going to happen. Just accept myself for how I am. I've always been a little bit plump and I'll always will be plump. But as long as I can stay reasonably healthy so I can look after hubby, then I think that's all that matters really. And as long as you're happy with it, yeah. Anyway, that's a little bit depressing, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I've like a woodpecker tap, 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 tap. It's this box on the desk. Either that or it's somebody in the box trying to get out. No! Halloween's past. Oh dear, but as you can see, these are starting to dry already. So, yay. I might actually be able to make one by the time I've done another couple. I always leave everything overnight so that it's fully dry. I don't want something, you know, to not be fully dry when I'm putting it up or whatever, or when I'm messing about with it. But I might have a go with this one because I think this is going to dry pretty quickly. As I say, I have got the window open a little bit, so we have got a breeze coming through, which is nice. I'm a real fresh air freak. I do like fresh air. I do like to have the windows open. And I've got the windows at the front and the back, so we've got fresh air blowing all the way through the house. And yes, it is cold, but I've got a bit of a jumper on, and it is quite warm in this room, so it says only a little room. So, you know, and hubby's not in at the moment. I'll make sure everywhere's nice and warm for him coming home. But as I say, at the moment, he isn't in, so it's always a good time just to let everything blow through and get some fresh air. Because obviously we do have a Millie Moo, our little Scotty Terrier, Scotty dog. And yeah, with the best will in the world, wet dog can be a bit smelly sometimes. So I do like everywhere a little bit of an air out, as it were. And let everything breathe. Yeah, I'm not one of these people that can just have doors and windows tight shut and no air coming through the house at all. Yeah, I like to get out in that fresh air, and if I'm not getting out in the fresh air, then I'll have the windows open. It's probably why Millie's on my feet, because she's maybe a little bit cold. Although she's got a fair coat on, so she shouldn't be cold, should she? Yeah, she's come upstairs anyway so that she's not bothering with the stew, because I've put some extra meat and extra bits in it this morning, because say we had some for our teas last night. And I thought, oh, rather than just, because I always keep the gravy, I always put it in a tub and I'll freeze it if we're not going to use it straight away. But I just thought, oh, I'll fill it up again and we'll have stew again tonight. And I've put a few different bits and pieces in, so it's not like we're having the same one exactly. It will be slightly different. And what I'll probably do tonight is put it in giant Yorkshire puddings, you know, the big Yorkshire puddings, rather than the little ones, and put it inside a big Yorkshire pudding, and then that's always quite a nice tasty meal to have. And with it being in the slow cooker, it's quite good, because I never quite know what time hubby's going to come back. Right, so I think that one's all covered, so we'll put that one. Did I do that star there? Let me have a look. I think I did. Yep, they're all Yeah, I think I've done it all. I'm sure I'll find out if I've missed a bit. Right, let's do birds next. Let's do the birds. Right, yes, so shall I do the bigger brush with this one? No, I'll still do the smaller brush. Yeah, so we don't quite know what time hubby's going to get in when he goes for dialysis. It could be any time from, I think, 4:45ish has been the earliest time. He finishes at 4. He comes off his dialysis at 4, and then he has to wait for transport because we have to have a crew of 2 people to transport him. Sometimes they could maybe manage with 1, but you know, a lot of the times at the moment he does need 2 people to help him, particularly after dialysis, because it does make you very, very tired as well. So yeah, he has to have a 2-man crew, which there aren't as many of the 2-man crew as they are just a 1-man crew, or a 1-person crew, should I say, be politically correct, Liz. We do sometimes get 2 ladies or 2 men, or men and ladies, or whatever. So yeah, and we have to help him. He goes in his wheelchair, so that's quite good. And yeah, so I say the earliest time he's been home is about 4:45, and the latest time he's been home on a night has been 7:30, which is a long time to be out of the house, because he goes anywhere from, I think 10:10's been about the earliest they've come to pick him up. He does 4 hours on dialysis, which is like 12 till 4. That's his allotted time. And so the earliest has been about 10:10. It's usually around about 11ish. The latest they've picked him up once was 1 o'clock, which meant he was very late at the other end as well, which is, you know, you're all sat there ready. He gets himself geared up for going. And yeah, he wasn't overly happy that day, unfortunately. But anyway, he has to go. It's one of those things, you know, says to me sometimes, do I really have to go? And I say, I'm afraid you do. You know, I can't not let him go. He's got to go. You have to have some, well, keep your kidneys working. Otherwise he'd be very, very poorly indeed, and we don't want that. We've had enough illness this year. We do not want any more. He does like to keep me on my toes. Wonder what's coming next. But yeah, he's doing okay. We're getting some different gadgets. We've got the ramp in the back garden now. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, the only trouble was Millie would not use it. She yeah, she took one look at it and said, I'm not walking on that, because it was like metal, but metal with like a grid, like holes in it. And yeah, she wasn't having that at all. So we decided to put some fake grass on it, fake turf. So some of that artificial turf, use a proper term, it's artificial turf. One of our neighbours has decided to take up her artificial turf, decided she doesn't like it. So that was going, well, it was going to just go to the tip, I suppose, or just be given away. So our other neighbour, our lovely neighbour that looks after us, our neighbour and friend, he came and he's like fitted it like a carpet down the ramp. So it's still nice and flat and easy for hubby to use, for Paul to use, but Millie walks on it as well. The only thing is now, because it's grass, lazy little tyke, just every now and again, as she goes out the door, and if she doesn't want to walk all the way into the garden to go on the grass, she just squats onto the fake turf, the artificial turf. So I have to go chasing her and say, no, don't go on there, little madam. Get yourself where you need to be. Honestly, she's so naughty sometimes. She loves going for a long walk and running around and playing. And then little madam, she'll just take the easiest option when it comes to going out. I think she's frightened she's going to miss something. Oh, and I've just realised there's 2 gems missing there, look. That's one of them, I think. That's moved over there. This is the thing. When you're sealing, you do need to make sure that you've got your gems in place. Let me just, yeah. Because once it's sealed, I mean, you can put them on after they've been sealed. I'm just using these tweezers because this is the nearest thing that I've got. They are ideal. These are the plastic tweezers. Oops. And pop that one on there. Yeah, you can put them on after you've sealed it if you've lost a gem or missed a gem or moved a gem, but it's better to make sure that they're all on first. So we'll just cover that over. Good job I spotted that, otherwise we had a bird there that had its tail missing. But yeah, once it's sealed, these gems won't move. They will be like, well, not cemented in place, but they will be completely in place and not going to move about. So that's really, really good. Okay. Do the little wren. We have a little wren that comes into our garden now. So, oh, I've got 2 missing there as well. What is going on? If you spot any more that I've missed, shout out. Oops. I wonder what I've been doing. Sometimes I think I miss the edges because I'm looking through my light, and where the light is, like the edges of the light, my magnifying light, I think I don't see underneath where that actually is, and I think that's sometimes why I miss the edges, and that is my excuse, and I am sticking to it. So yeah, that's 2 bits on this one that I've missed. Oh my goodness me. Good job I've kept the gems. Doesn't matter with the black ones. I mean, I've got hundreds of black gems, probably thousands to be honest, but I don't want to yeah, be going ferreting around looking for the exact colour of this crystal. But anyway, I was saying about my wren, yes, before I rudely interrupted myself and realised I'd missed some gems. Yeah, we actually have a little wren. It used to be in the back garden. Well, if it's the same one, I don't know, but it always used to come to the back garden to the bird feeder, but now it is actually coming in the front garden, so I can see it through my living room window. So when I'm sat there watching the birds on the bird feeder, every now and again you get this little tiny wren, and they really are tiny. Such tiny, pretty little birds. They're all brown, and they hop. They don't, I mean, they fly really quickly because they're only little, but they just hop about, and they're just really, really cute. I do like my birds. I can't see them all very well, but I do know. If any of these landed in the garden, I'd know what they were. And that's about my knowledge. Oh, and I know what quite a few owls are because we've been to quite a few owl sanctuaries and things and seen quite a few owls. But, other than that, you know, anything that looks similar to this, I just say it's one of them because I don't know what it is. My friend's brother, he's a really big bird watcher. He goes all over the country. You know, if somebody says, oh, we've spotted one of these birds, he's if he can, he's in his car and he goes out spotting. So yeah, he's really good. He could tell me what any of the birds are. So I have been known to ask my friend, just ask your brother what this is, please. He's very, very good. If you can hear crinkling, that is Nilly. Her horrid bone is still buried in between my plastic bags, my packages. So I think she's just trying to get it out. The half-eaten crocodile has gone, so I think she's eaten the other half of it. So we're, yeah, she's doing a clear out for Christmas as well, because she knows she's going to get some new presents for Christmas. Yeah, she does get spoiled, I must admit, but she's funny when she opens all her presents. And I've got extra presents to get this year because obviously we've got our lovely girls that come in and look after hubby, so I'll have to get them some little presents, some little thank yous. Unfortunately, they've been coming long enough so that we sort of know them a little bit, so I can get them things, because I don't like just buying people generic things. I prefer to get something that's a little bit more personal. I've always loved buying presents, to be fair. I've always in some ways I've always preferred like giving presents, buying presents and getting excited for people opening presents than I have people buying me things, you know. It's lovely to receive things, and I'm always very, very grateful that somebody thought of me and bought me something. But yeah, I've always loved buying presents just to see people's reactions and just hoping that I love them as much as they hope they're going to. Oh heck, Millie, she's having a really good rummage at the minute. Just get these little stars going around the edges. What are you up to? What are you up to? You stood on that one. You stood on that one. Where'd you take? I've got an order and she's just taken everything out of the bag. Fortunately, it is all in plastic bags, in the plastic bag. So, yeah, we should be okay. I was doing the stars, wasn't I? Concentrate on what you're doing, Liz. Don't get distracted by Millie. Yeah, she's having a real good rummage. She's either taken it out and reburied it, or she's taken it out completely. I'm not quite sure which. I'll have a look in a second. I dare. Oh, right. She's telling me off now, look. Okay. Oh dear, just a minute. What are you telling me? What are you after? Where's your bone gone? This is said bone that's been kicking around for months. Here you are. Have it in your bed. Oh dear. Right, have I done all this clock? No, I've not done the robin. Let me do the little robin. Oh dear. Start sealing stuff and get interrupted by the dog. I don't know what you want. Oh dear. She's certainly telling me off. What is the matter? I found your bone. I've been on my hands and knees in the craft room looking under every bag and in every corner, and I found it, and now she's still complaining. Probably I've moved it somewhere that she didn't want it moving to. Or she's wanting to bury it where I'm sat. And she's just going to have to wait. Right, let me just move these out the way and go and see what the dog wants. And I will be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. She went under the desk. She was complaining to me because she wanted to go under the desk. And there was a bag in the way that I'd moved to go looking for a bone. Anyway, that is now found, so, oh, dear me. Complaining dog. Right, let me move these things out of the way without dropping them all on the floor. And we'll crack on with the next one. Oh, dear me. I can't remember whether I put the ABs on this. I don't think I did. I think they did come included with it. And the coffee beans, I was going to change the colour, but once I've got them actually on this canvas, you can see that the gold has picked up a slightly darker colour, so it doesn't look as sort of yellowy gold as it did, as I thought it was going to, so it's fine. So yeah, I've just left it as is. Little pup, honestly, what is she like? Just complaining and moaning. So I've just been and made a cup of tea, and we'll see where we end up from here now. See if she'll leave me alone long enough to get these done. Otherwise I'll have to call it a day and do a bit more later. Oh dear me. Where's some kids? Getting the dog telling me off. I think she really wants to come on my knee. I'm going to have to sort my craft room back around again, I think, so that I can get a chair next to me so she can see it and see out of the window and see what I'm doing, because she's in a very needy mood at the moment and enjoying coming on my knee and wanting lots of cuddles. So we still had fireworks last weekend, so I really don't know what's going on. It's just ridiculous the amount of fireworks that we've had. I know in the US you will be having Thanksgiving, and I think you have fireworks for that, don't you? But yeah, it's not been great for poor little Millie Moo. For whatever reason, as she's got older, she's decided she doesn't like fireworks. Never had a complaint about them, never bothered her when she was younger, but as she's got older, she's not liking them, so... Oh dear. Right, I would think by the time I get these done that the others will be ready to put together, or ready enough so that I can put them together. So I might not have to split into 2 days to do these. But yeah, I've got to leave them long enough so that when I do wrap them up to give as presents, they're fully sealed and fully stuck down. Right. Might go and give this brush a little bit of a wash because it's got a little bit clogged with having to leave it and then come back again. But we'll see how we go. We don't want it clumping. We want it nice and smooth. I always have plenty of this sealer in as well. I do have lots of other sealers. I have got videos on trying different sealers if you want to go on my playlists up there and have a look. Yeah, I did do a sealer comparison of some different ones that I got and my thoughts on them and how they worked. And I have got another one of those coming up eventually. It's in my to-do list for my playlists. But at the moment, it's Christmas. Goodness. So it's caught me on the hop. I've felt as though I was prepared for it. I did have those few months where things just weren't getting done, and sometimes I didn't feel like diamond painting. I know, was the cry. Don't feel like diamond painting. Yeah, I went off a bit off it. Well, not off it, but just, I don't know, couldn't be bothered to do it. Couldn't be bothered to concentrate on doing it. And that's just not like me, because I love it. Even when I've had a bad day, the first thing I want to do is pick up my diamond painting and just crack on and do it. And yeah, while hubby was in hospital and we were going through everything again, I just didn't. I did some, but not as much as I would normally do, shall we say that. And it wasn't quite as much fun doing it as it usually is. But now I'm really back on it and really enjoying it. I think the Christmas stuff has just really lifted me. I think it's like most things, if you've got to do it, then it suddenly becomes a chore. Whereas if you don't have to do it and you're just doing what you enjoy for fun, then it makes it all that different and more enjoyable. Might just be me, but that's what I think anyway. But yeah, somebody said that they can't wait to see hubby sat with a gnome hat on, surrounded by gnomes. So I did mention it this morning that I'm going to put him in the gnome corner. And there was no sort of, no, you're not, I'm not doing that kind of response. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I may do that. I might get it done this weekend. I have to see. Because then I've been getting all my older paintings out to have a look at, to see what I've got. Some of them I will be turning into greetings cards, Christmas greetings cards. So I have those to do as well. It'd be strange this year because I'll be doing separate ones for my mum and dad, with mum being in a home. She's doing okay, but her mind is wandering a lot now. You know, things are getting well worse, I suppose. She's 89, she's amazing. My dad's 91, he's even more amazing. You know, he's living at home on his own and looking after himself and still driving the car and still doing his shopping. And you know, I've said before, we're very lucky that we still have mum and dad at 89 and 91 years old. Yeah, we've been very lucky to still have them with us, and say things just are slightly going wrong a bit now. You know, it sadly doesn't last forever. Little bit of ill health catches up with everybody eventually, I suppose. So yeah, but anyway, we're just making the most of it, and can always get my mum to have a good laugh. She was saying to me, oh, I'm just sat here waiting to pass away, And then she's saying, oh, I might live to be 100. And I said, well, you want to be doing something a bit more exciting than just sitting in your chair then, because 11 years is a long time to be just sat there waiting. And she just laughed at me. So yeah, she's been a great mum. Well, she still is a great mum. She still knows who we are, you know. We do, you know, we're lucky in that way. She just can't always get the words right that she needs to say, which is sad. But yeah, she's in a lovely home, and she's settled in there. She's just, but she is very matter of fact. To be fair, she really is very, oh well, if I need to go in a home, I need to go in a home. You know, she's never been somebody that said, oh, don't you ever dare put me in a home and all this. You know, she's always just matter of fact. Oh well, when it's time, it's time. You know, what's the point in worrying about it, kind of thing. I do take after my mum in a lot of ways, I have to say. Yeah, you just get on with it. What the heck? There's not a lot you can do about certain things, so you just get on with them, pick yourself up and get on with them. Well, that's what I try and do anyway. So, yeah, it's just been a bit of a year, unfortunately, with everything that's gone on. So... yeah, I certainly didn't think at the beginning of the year that I'd end up with my mum and my hubby in the hospital at the same time, just a couple of floors apart. It was a bit easier visiting, just, mind you, it was difficult splitting yourself in two. But, yeah, only one parking fee. Oh, dear. Yeah. He's promised me he's not going back in again before Christmas. I said, you better not. There's only 5 weeks to Christmas. Can we just have a bit of peace, please? So, fingers crossed. He's doing okay, anyway. And, you know, we do seem to have a reasonable team around us that are looking after him. So... you know, the girls are brilliant. As I say, they really get our sense of humour. They're just like part of the family now. Really, really good. And well, Pubby enjoys them coming. I like them coming as well. You know, they're good fun. And we have a real laugh with them, you know. We've always used humour to get through things, and I can't see it changing anytime soon. It's just the way we are. Just don't ever put me in a situation that's not supposed to be funny that I will find funny, because I will start laughing, and that's not always a good thing, is it? Inappropriate behaviour, Elizabeth. Oh dear. Right, just get that blob off there. I don't know how I've ended up with quite such a big blob there, but we'll just take that off. Have I done those? No, I've not done around those. So when it's white, it does go dull, and don't be worried that you have got dullness on it, because when it dries, because I say this dries clear, you just end up with even more shine, and it's wonderful. Right, I'm going to do one of these, and then we're going to have a go at putting the other one together and see how we've done, because this video is going to go on forever. So let's do the middle first. And the hot pink hearts. Yes, hot pink, hot pink. I hope the people that these are for are in line for a new kitchen clock. Anyway, if they're not if it just goes in a cupboard. It doesn't matter, does it? It's still a nice present. They can always keep it for later. Have to make sure I've got plenty of batteries as well, because if I give something electrical, I always like to put a battery in the item and then give them a couple of spare batteries as well, so that if it runs out fairly quickly, they're not having to go hunting for batteries. It's something that I started really when we used to buy toys for my friends' children and things, and you know, if the kids were giving people presents, then yeah, it's always nice. Because, you know, when you get particularly kids with toys, oh my goodness me, they'll run out the batteries within a couple of hours on Christmas Day. So you always need to make sure you've got plenty of batteries in. I know when I worked in the shop, I think the main thing that we sold on Christmas Day was batteries, cigarettes, and somebody always came in for a turkey. How you forget to buy the turkey at Christmas, I just don't know. But yeah, somebody always forgot to buy the turkey. I've just spotted that I've forgotten to do a part on this. Look, I haven't done any of those little flowers there. What am I like? Honestly, I'm going to have to dig the crystals out now and see what colour they were. I think they were like that pale goldy colour, actually similar to the owl. Yeah, so I did these in June, so I was obviously had a lot on my mind in June, is all I can say, because I've yeah, missed a bit. Oh dear. And I should have sealed them in June while I had the time. But anyway, let's just go around these hearts. Make sure that's sealed on. Go around the edges. Just sort of cements them in place. Right, and those ones as well. Okay, just go along this edge here. Can't believe I've missed that bit. Oh my goodness me, what am I like? Yeah, if you go over, if I went over that now, I would have to put some sealer or something on it, because the sealer obviously takes away the sticky. So yeah, try and do it, make sure that you've done the whole thing before you I can't believe I've done that. Ah dear, I never said I was a professional. Liz the misses a bit all the time. Oh dear. But anyway, as I say, at least I've spotted it. Give it as a present and they'll say, why is the numbers on there? Oh, it's a different clock, you see. You've got a lot of number 7s, because lucky number 7. How many excuses can you come up with for missing a gem? Oh dear me. Not good, Liz, not good. Yeah, it's that pale colour. They should be the same as these. So I'll have to get my pen out and my gems. I won't be using my tweezers for that many. I'll have to put some in a tray because I won't be able to do that. It won't be quick enough. Right. Millie has stayed downstairs now anyway. She's back stalking the slow cooker, hoping that it jumps off the work surface and comes towards her. Yes, she tends to be quite liking the stew, so if the dog likes it, it must be good. She's a very fussy dog. Oh dear me. So anyway, how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing okay. Thank you for all your comments and questions. I do enjoy getting them and I do enjoy reading them all. And fingers crossed, I have been keeping up with them as well. In fact, one day, Sue always sends me a message in the morning. She always watches my videos in the morning with a cup of tea or coffee. And I actually text her back in the morning as well, the same morning that I did, that she'd put the comments. So, go me. That's a bit organised for me, I have to say. It's all those extra little bits that you don't think of, you know, when you think, oh, I'll do a YouTube video. There is quite a lot of work involved with doing YouTube. It's not just a case of filming a video and putting it up, you know. I mean, you have to edit it. So, I mean, you know, I've got to edit out bits. There's bits where I sneeze and cough and things, and bits where Millie howls, or somebody comes to the door, or you start saying something and forget what you're saying and then think, oh, I better edit that out. Oh dear, or somebody rings up or whatever. So yeah, you do have to, on the whole, edit out. I have been considering doing some lives, but then I think there's usually so much going on in this house. Would I actually get through a live without any interruptions and suddenly end up miles away from the camera and doing other things? So I don't know. I may or may not do some lives. I'll have to see. I'll have to see how that goes. And then you've got to edit, and if the video is an hour long, then you can guarantee it's going to take you probably, I don't know, about 2 hours to edit. It does take a lot longer to edit a video than it does to just watch it. And I like to put little bits and pieces in, and when I'm doing the shop unboxings and things, I like to give you the details on screen, and if there's another one available, I like to show you that as well. I try and do things that I would like to see. You know, if somebody says, oh, and there's another one available, I think, oh, well, I'd like to see that. So I always try and put things like that in my videos so that you can see that as well. So yeah, it just makes it a bit more interesting. Well, anyway, I can try. But I do leave my mistakes in as well, because I just think, well, I'm only human, and sometimes it's quite funny to see other people's mistakes. I like it when other people leave daft things in. So yeah, I tend to, warts and all, yeah, try and be honest, and just warts and all videos. And if I'm going to make a mistake, then you don't have to, do you? Because well, hopefully you don't have to. Now, if you watch my videos and see me make a mistake and you'll make me the same one, well, that's up to you. But yeah, if there's an easy way and a hard way to do things, I usually find the hard way. So I would probably not do things the way I do things. Oh, dear. Oh, and we've got a mystery in the house at the moment. Hubby's had 2 pairs of glasses for years. He's always had like a house pair that he just keeps in the house, and then an everyday pair that he used to wear for work, and that are like the reactor-light ones and everything. Anyway, the house glasses have been missing for months. We did think that possibly they'd been to hospital with him, because we lost a lot of clothes actually when he went to hospital. Not quite sure why. I can only think that they were dirty, and that I've just not picked up the bag, or somebody's not given me the bag. I'm not sure which, of the dirty washing, because you know you have to bring it home to do. But yeah, and these glasses have been missing for months. Well, he does forget things. He has got you know, a bit of a memory loss, so he does forget things really easily. And all of a sudden he opened his drawer last night and said, oh, you found my glasses. And I said, well, you know, they're the ones that, because he'd lost both pairs at one bit, and we were all on our hands and knees searching under furniture, and eventually we found his ones that he used to wear for work, but the other ones, the house glasses, were still missing. Anyway, the house glasses were in his drawer. And he said, oh, you found my glasses, thank you so much. Where were they? And I said, I haven't found your glasses. I found your work glasses, your old work glasses. You know, you go outside glasses. But I haven't found your house glasses. And he said, well, he must have done, because they're in my drawer and they weren't there before. And I have to admit, I have looked in there before and they weren't there. So these glasses have just appeared from nowhere. I can only think he's found them and put them in there and then not realised. But yeah, these house glasses have turned up. So it's quite bizarre. So he keeps saying to me, you're trying to drive me daft. And that I've got his glasses, I've had his glasses and put them there, and I found them and not told him, and I haven't at all. It's just really bizarre. I did say to him, well, it must have been Millie, and he's like, don't be so ridiculous, how could the dog have put my glasses in my drawer? And oh dear. Right, I'm just going to do these little bits so that I can seal them. Let's grab my little pink tray, and I believe there they believe that these will be the colour. They're all more or less the same sort of gems, these, because they're from the same manufacturer. So, oh, if I can get the bag open, Liz. No, it's not those. Which ones is it? Which ones is it? It must be those. Oh, it's like the greeny colour. I was thinking it was a gold. Right. Okay, let's have a look at these. And get these put down, and then we can get this one sealed as well. See if I can do this without my glasses. This is going to be fun. Oops, there's a lot to put down. Right. Oops, I've got one on there. Yes, I have. You'll have to bear with me. It's fighting back. It's fighting back. Right. So, oh, look, they're not staying down. If you find that your gems are sticking to your glue, your putty, your wax, whatever you've got in your pen, then if you just twist them slightly, when you've got your pen on the top, just twist it and it just releases it. Because whatever you've got in your pen needs really to be less sticky than what's on your canvas. And then it actually stays on the canvas, because what you're doing is picking it up. You only need the strength to pick it up, and then it just needs to be able to be grabbed by your canvas, by your project that you're doing, so that it stays on the project rather than coming back off the pen onto the pen. So yeah, very pretty, these little flowers. Yeah, they do look different colour. They look green when they're all together in the packet, but now they look sort of a lemony goldy colour now that they're on the canvas. Very bizarre. Oh, and I've just put my finger in some wet glue. Wonderful. Anyway, as I say, I'm not a professional at this. This is just my bit of fun, and coming and sharing a bit of fun with everybody out there. Oh my goodness me. Thank you for the cups of tea that people have bought me as well. It is very, very much appreciated. I do put it back into the channel. As you can see, I have been buying quite a few diamond paintings recently. I always try and get something that's a little bit different, just to see what's out there and try different things. I've always liked trying different things anyway, but it's even more fun now trying things and showing people, because sadly one of my friends has moved away, so I don't really see her anymore, and another of my friends did pass away, my greatest crafting in crime person. We used to go to all the different craft classes and everything, and when she passed away, you know, it's sad, because I used to love just going with her to the craft places, and we'd just look at each other and say, do we really need this? But we do really want it. So we used to encourage each other to spend money. And quite a few times I've had things delivered to her house, and said that, and she said, oh, it's not hers. I've had things delivered to her house and then sneaked them in here, so hubby didn't know. I did eventually tell him, but that's a long time ago. But we used to have a bit of a giggle about it, and we used to say, oh well, they've given me this, and she would say, oh well, I've been given this by Liz, and it wasn't, we'd bought them. But anyway, I don't know why we do daft things like that. I think we all like to just have our little secrets. Oh, what was it somebody once said? If anything ever happens to me and my husband has to get rid of my craft making items, please don't let him sell them for the price I told him the cost. Because yeah, you can always guarantee that if your hubby says to you, how much did that cost? You'll say, oh, it wasn't a lot. And yeah, probably not say how much it was. And the silly thing is, it would certainly, my hubby would say, oh, just get it anyway. You know, when I watch, when I used to watch Create and Craft Telly, he used to say, oh, that looks nice, why don't you get that one? It was like, oh, yes, please. So, yeah. Just all these daft little things that we do, isn't it? Oh, dear. As long as it's not really hurting anybody and you can afford it, it's just a bit of a giggle. But yeah, we did used to laugh. So maybe it's just me then. Let me know in the comments, have you said to your other half, significant other, shall we say, oh yeah, that was only cheap, or I got it in the sale, it was a real bargain. You don't tell them how much it really cost. Right, I'm just going to put some sealer on the top of these now then, just to seal them down. I can't believe I missed so many. That's just blown my theory of, well, I can't see them because they're covered by the edge of the camera, hasn't it? Have I missed two there? Did I not put those two down there? I've missed two still again. Oh my goodness me. I tell you, if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Hey dear. Fortunately, the sealer is still wet. So even though I've now covered up the sticky, the sealer is still wet. So they will go down. Oh, let me just tip 2 out. Get a couple out. I've got plenty of spare. There's no crystal codes on any of these. So unfortunately, they all will be going into donation anyway. So I won't be keeping them. Oh, I've got a gem on there already. So let's just try and knock that one off. It's just got a little bit too stuck in there. I still nearly put it in the wrong place then. Look, did you see? I was going to put it somewhere else. Right, so that's that and that's that on there. Oh, dear me. Hey. Right, just put a little bit more on there. More on it, really, than I wanted. But anyway. Oh, that one's come off, look. That's because I've not stuck it down right. Right, let's tip it right the right way. So the pitfalls, look, of forgetting to do a bit and then having to do it afterwards. And we'll just slide that one back in there. So hopefully now they will dry. I know I've done all that bit already, haven't I? They will dry clear. Right, so that's that one done. And then this one will be exactly the same. Let me just have a look around and make sure. See, I did them all on this one. I think what I've done is do them both together. Because rather than opening all the packs of gems at the same time, I just got both of these out and I did the one bit on one and one bit on the next, and then kept going backwards and forwards. And obviously I've got fed up of doing the flowers and I've just not done those. So I'm going to do these off camera and then I will come back and we will build a clock. Yay! Back in a bit. Okay, so this is the fun bit where it could all go horribly wrong. Fingers crossed it won't. At least we know which way the clocks go up, because the standing clocks have the little platform at the bottom, and this one's got the dangly bit at the bottom there. So let's have a look. Let's just sort some of these crystals out. As I said, there wasn't, or was there? There is gem codes on that one. I don't think there was. I think that must have come out of another packet that I've just found. That's my baking clock. That was, I think they were all around about the $15.99 mark, which is around about £14-ish. And I did buy 4, I think, and got one of them free. So I know they worked out at a really good price. The unboxings from Paintsomeway are up there in the description. May 24 was when I got the PR one. I think one of the, yeah, the baking one, one of the baking ones. It says so on there, Liz. One of the baking ones was a PR and the others I did by myself. So, right, I just want to take out the special shapes and the standard crystals. My brain's not working, my voice isn't working. And let's just sort all these out. That's got a crystal code on it, so that needs putting away in crystal codes. That's a heart star. It's a heart, Liz. It's a heart. Let's put these in this packet here. 2, 4, 6. I've got 8 clock mechanisms and only 5 clocks to do. Oh no, I've got another one to do. I've got 6. One that I've not actually done, but it's a summary one which I make it myself. Right, this one's got the hands and everything in it. Ah, right. All the crystal codes are on these packets. Right, so I've muddled them up, so I don't know which is which. So I'll put that one in there. Yeah, I think the 2 smaller ones had the crystal codes, and I believe it was the larger ones that didn't. Yeah, because this one has as well. So that's another clock mechanism, and that's the chains. So that's the bird one, because that's got the extra little chain to put the little robin on the bottom. Okay, so they're crystal codes and they're just clock mechanisms, and that's a clock mechanism. Right. Whew, and they're just standard gems. Oh, that's got gems in it as well. Has this one got crystal codes? Let me take these out. As I say, this could all go horribly wrong. Right, so that's another, so that's 3. That one's still got the pen in with it for some strange reason. That could be black, so I'll keep that one. And that's silver, they're special shapes. And they're just the ordinary ones. Right, so there. That's that clock mechanism. They're just there to kit down. Oops. They're standards. And they're all specials. Okay, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay then. Right, we're okay with that. So, shall we do the Littley first? As you can see, this has all dried clear. It's still a little bit damp in some places, but you can see the crystals are shining through. I would definitely, once you've sealed something, leave it 24 hours. You don't have to, but it's something I would do. We've probably been about an hour, I think, filming. So yeah, oh, hang on, we've got a crystal there that shouldn't be there. Has that come off somewhere else? Let me just double check I haven't got a blue one missing. No, it's just one that's just probably when I've picked it up and it's dropped off the pen, it's dropped on here somewhere and ended up there, so that's fine. Okay, so yeah, it's dry enough to touch. An odd little place is still a little bit tacky, but that's how quick it does dry if you do need it to. Right, but we'll have a go at doing this one first, because this has got the extra bit on it. Right, so that one goes with that one. We decided that this was this one, so let me grab my pink tray again. I do like this little pink tray. Okay. Oh, my printer's talking to me. These hands on these clocks do get a little bit bent, so just gradually tease them out if they're a little bit bent, just to straighten them up a bit. So that's your second hand, and that's your big hand. And that's your little, sorry, that's your, one's your hour hand and one's your minute hand. Oh my goodness me, Liz, what are you like? So that's all my bits. I want one of those because I am going to put that on as well. That's my chain for hanging, and that's my chain for hanging my robin. As you can see, it has practically dried and it is still nice and shiny. It just needs to be, it's still a little bit tacky, this one, I have to say. So yeah, I will just be careful with it. Right, so we need the mechanism. Let me just put the battery in and make sure that it ticks and that it works before I put it on and then find it doesn't. So it's a a double A battery. Am I putting it in the wrong way? Hang on. Plus to that end, minus to that end. No, I'm putting it in the wrong way, so it's that way, Liz. Oops, hang on. That's better. Yeah, you can't hear it, but I can hear it ticking, so that's fine. So I'll just take that out for now because we don't want the hands to start moving before we've got it on here. So this, did we decide that that went there? No, it goes that way, doesn't it? So that yeah, so that goes on there. So you need to make sure that before you put any of your other bits on, that this is on the back. These are just from Amazon. I get a pack of, how many did I get? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got a pack of 5, and they're just clock hangers. So it goes on your clock mechanism. So that needs to then go through there. Now the thing is as well, to make sure that you get your clock in the right place, because you don't want to get your clock on and then find that your hands are in the wrong place. Now then, does it have a washer on the back? I did do a YouTube thing on this to see, did the washer go? I think the washer goes on there. And maybe put the, yeah. So that's going to keep that well and truly in place there. Okay. So we'll put that on there now. Right, now we need to put this bit on. Okay. And then, So the minute hand, the hour hand goes on first, and they are quite stiff to press down, I have to say. You have to press it down with quite a bit of force. When I first did one, I put it with the silver bit up because I thought that that bit, if you can see, just get it really close, I thought that that bit stuck up, but actually no, they go black way, and it is a little bit difficult to push them right down. I might use some tweezers. Let me just, you can either get tweezers or pliers and just push it right down. Obviously it has to still move. But it will, oops, it's popped off. Yeah, it has to, oops, push down on there, and then you put in your other hand, your minute hand on top. Yeah, I've not got that one fixed properly, just a sec. There's all little grooves in this mechanism, and it's just a case of getting the second hand to come down to here, then the minute hand goes down there, and then, sorry, the hour hand goes down to that one, the minute hand goes down onto the next sort of narrowing, and then your second hand goes on top and fastens them all in. But it can be a little bit tricky just to push him down. Okay. Yep, so once you've got it on, and just you can see then it rotates round, and then it's a case of making sure that that will have to get I'm using my tweezers, which isn't ideal, but I'm just twisting this round. Right, and that's pressed that down now. These hands are very, very delicate, so be careful. Don't try not to bend them. So that just wants to be straightened up a little bit, look, so that it's at 12. But these are brilliant because it now needs, I can hang it on the wall, and I don't have to worry about you know, putting command strips on it or whatever. It will just hang on a nice nail or something. So that's right down there. Then this one then goes over the top this way. Again, they are very, very tight to put on, but I suppose you don't really want them loose. They do need to be that way. And then this one, it just pops over the top of that little mechanism there, so you end up with like three tiers. So you've got your arrow hand on that one there, then you've got your minute hand there, and your second hand just pushes in the top. And then it's a case of making sure, as I say, these are very thin and quite delicate, that they're just bent up enough so they don't touch when they go around. Right, let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 2:13. Right, so we'll put it at 2:14, and we'll put the second hand at the top there. Okay, and okay, just try and get it as accurate as possible. Make sure that that, as I say, is at the top, and then we'll put our battery back in. Make sure we're putting it the right way again. Okay, oops. Right, and hopefully, there you are. Yay! So this one, as I say, either hang it up with the chain, or as I say, I'm going to hang it up a picture hanger or just a nail or something from that hanger there. It's not going to come off. It's well and truly on there and screwed in there. And then we just want the little robin on the bottom just to swing about. He's not a rocking robin, he's a swinging robin. But yeah, our clock is working. Excellent. Oh, I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. All right, we'll do that from the back because we want that bulky bit at the back there. So we'll drop that through that hole there. Whoops! I tell you, if there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things, I'll always find the most difficult way to do things. So pop that through there, and just pull that through and lock those in place there. So our little robin will dangle from the bottom. Let's put that, it's either going to, let's put that little chain, the little clasp bit to the top there. So yeah, the little robin will hang from the bottom there, and you can see our clock is going round, and we are now at 1:15. So yay! Oh, I love that. Okay, so that's 1 clock done. Yay! So let's just do the other one, and then I've just got 3 more to do when they've all dried. So let's do this one. Right, exactly the same. Oh, look! Now then, that's spiked through there. So they are very, very bendy. So it probably is an idea, really, to just try and keep these as flat as possible. This one has got a little bit bent because it's gone through the bag. But yeah, we'll just straighten that out a little bit. Okay, so again, even though it's got the bit on the bottom for the stand, just a bit of plastic there. Come here, you. Take that off. We don't want that drying onto it. See the clock still going round. So yeah, they're quite good little clock mechanisms, and to be fair, they're easy to change out as well. You know, it's not like you have to throw the whole clock away. I wonder if... No, I don't think that they... Oops, we want that on, don't we? I do think that the washer goes on the back, and with it having the round on anyway, so that it can be hung on the wall, I think that's probably a good idea. So pop that in there like that. Yeah, so, you know, if your clock mechanism does go, these are quite these are quite a cheapish price to buy. So yeah, they're easy to just replace and put a new one on. Okay, so right, we want the second hand, sorry, we want the screw on first. So let's put that on so that nothing moves. Okay, give it a good tighten as much as possible without breaking it. Make sure that that is on the number 12, and then we want the hour hand on, so give that a good push down. Oh, that one's gone on easier, look, that one's pushed down a lot easier. Then we want the minute hand on. Okay, and this one's going to be awkward now. So the second hand, sorry, the hour hand went on, and now the minute hand on this one doesn't want to go on. So that's it, that's got that. You just need them so that they can go around without touching one another. And then you just pop the second hand just into the top there. And then that is done. And that one clicked into place. I've not got another battery, so I'll have to put another battery on that one. But yeah, so that's that one done as well. Oh, quite pleased with those. That was a little bit easier than I was expecting. I do love the bird one though. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I think that's going to have to go in my kitchen next to my back door where all the birds come to be fed. Shall I do the others while I'm here? So this one again is practically dry now. So it's amazing how quickly they do dry. And as you can see, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on there, and those gems are moving slightly because it does need to be overnight, but they are not moving, so that's brilliant. Okay, so we might as well just do them all and then I'll test them later. Oh dear, famous last words. These have got a slightly different washer on them, so let's have a look at these green boats. Okay, so what's that bit for there? That must be for the back. Oh, and these have got an extra. So that must be for the back. So possibly these did go on the front then. But anyway, I've put it on the back to secure my wall hanging on. So let's have a look at this one. Da, da, da. So does that go on there? Possibly. I've Googled quite a few and watched a few YouTube videos on making clocks up, and I've still not put this on. Look, we put this on. Now then, shall I put that on there and that on there? No, that makes that wobbly, so it's going to have to go on top. I might not use that bit, to be honest. Let's see, because we've got a different bit on these. And I'm putting it the wrong way. Put it that way, Liz, otherwise you won't be hanging it on the wall. Goes that way. Do you know, I don't know whether I'm going to use this bit or not. I don't think I am, because I prefer how that's gone with those. And putting that on there and then putting that on top, that just fits. You'd think it was made for it, look, which it probably was. That just fits ideally there to stop this moving. So I'm going to stay with what's already done, and I'm going to leave those washers. But you know I'm going to keep them. Because I keep everything. Okay, so we'll put this washer on here. Make sure that's, because you can actually see through, make sure that's at 12 o'clock. Okay, they are ones to go in a stand, as I say, but I just like to give the option. So we want the hour hand first. So we'll push the hour hand right down. Oh, it seems as though we get one awkward one and one not awkward one. That's that push down there. And then the next one goes on there. Okay, they need to be on tight so that the hands will move around. And then this has just got a black second hand rather than a red one. And then that just pops in there. And then, yeah, you can hear the clock mechanism underneath. Just make sure that the hands aren't touching. So that's that one. Okay, so let's do the others as well. Let's get them all done. Right, so another packet. I'm not going to use that because I'm not keen on that bit, because I'm using the wall hooks. So that wants to go on there, and that wants to go on there, and that wants to go on there. And I'm saying I've got 5 clocks and I've got 6. Liz can't count. Oh dear. Right, and just screw that one down. Oh, this is quite a high mechanism. This is a long one. Yeah, because you don't want that on the front because it's going to cover over too much. So it must definitely be for the back, but I don't want it on the back because of the way I'm putting it and hanging it. Okay. So we want the hour hand. And then the minute hand. And then the second hand. Okay, so I have the other bakery one to do. And I have the owl to do. So is this the owl? This one was the coffee one. So that's that one. Okay, so that's, I knew I had one missing. It was on the floor. It disappeared onto the floor. Okay. So we've got that one. They're all just your standards. And they're your specials. Yep, so that's those. Those over there. Oops, more specials. Okay, so yeah, I've got 6. Don't ask me why I thought it was 5. I've got 6. Well, I'd say I've got 7 because I've still got one to do. So I want my bits out for my clock. Okay, let's pop those in there. I'll leave the pen button wax in there. Right, so we'll just do now then. I'm not going to have the wall hanging on the owl. Because say the others are all presents and this one doesn't need to be. So we want, I will put the washer on this one. So that will go on the back there. Okay. Now then, does it need that on as well? Possibly. Yes, it does. Yes. I should think this will maybe deaden the tick of the clock, to be honest. Putting the piece on there. Right, so that goes on the back there. And then this screw goes on here. These do need tightening. I'll have to get my pliers out to just do those, but we'll get them done. And pushes down onto there. And then the next one goes on there. Oops. Just move that one out the way. Oh, it's making my fingers sore pushing these down. Okay, and then the second hand. So that's that one. You can see, look, this one is still moving. So it's taken me 1/4 of an hour to do those. And we may as well just do the last one, which was the last one that I did. So it's still a little bit tacky. So let me just pop that one there. Take that one out there. And let's just get these. And last but not least, the last second hand. Yeah, they all just need tweaking that little bit, which I will do once I've put the batteries in and checked them all over properly. But yeah, I think these have come out really, really well. So they do need the batteries in. I do love my owl. Okay, so 6 clocks now all sealed, put together, and all their bits and pieces on. Just need to get the batteries in. As you can see, this one is still ticking around. They do work well and easy to just replace. They're just like a standard little clock mechanism. So yeah, and for whatever reason I thought I had 5 and I've got 6. 2 of them are the same, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Come on, Mr. Owl, let go of the cakes. That's it. He's wanting the flower look and the buns to take to feed his babies. Okay, well, let me know in the comments which is your favourite, and I do hope you've enjoyed seeing these sealed and put together. Sorry it's been so long. Thank you to Paintsomeway for sending me the PR package, and then, as I say, I did buy the others myself from them, so yay! Do go and check out their special offers as well, because there's quite a few Black Friday ones on at the moment. Okay, well, if you have enjoyed looking at these, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. Any comments or questions in the comments down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you want to join our little family and see what we get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button down in this corner right over here and the all notifications bell that pops up, you'll be notified when any of my videos come out, so you're not going to miss anything. Yay! Okay, thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.